the heathen for our inheritance, man. Okay, all these different nations, man. All right, who at one point had us in captivity and had us in derision. All right, and looked down upon our people. At one point, he's gonna have. It's coming to the point where he's about to bring these other heathens under us, man. Okay, he's gonna set up his society and put these heathens under us, man. The Moabites, right? The Ammonites, all right? The Edomites especially, okay? And we're gonna have them in captivity, man. All right? You get Isaiah the 14th chapter real quick. Okay? But a lot of these people don't even know that the scriptures goes into slavery, how the Israelites are gonna have slaves under them, man. All right? Because that's what these heathen were set up to be, man. Slaves under the nation of Israel, man. Alright? This is Isaiah 14 verse 1. Now verse 2. Actually no, Salakia, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. Okay? I don't hear the other nations in that. I don't hear Moab in that. I don't hear no other nations. Okay? For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors, man. All right, so all these tribes that are on this side, man. All right, from Judah, which are the so-called Negroes, down to the so-called the so-called Mexicans, who are Issacharites. All right, are gonna have these heathens as slaves, starting with the Edomites. All right, it said what? It shall have them in captive, whose captives they were. Who were we captive under, man? We were captive under you Edomites, man. All right. Let me do that. Let me read that again. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors, man. And that's what's going to happen, man. We're going to rule over these heathens, man. All right? With a rod of iron, okay? And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, man. All right? So the Lord's going to give the Israelites rest, man. All right? From being under this devil, okay? And they're going to be put down, and we're going to be put up, man. All right? That's all prophecy, okay? So you Edomites, you so-called white people, you have nothing to look for except for slavery, okay, under the Israelites, all right? The true Israelites, which are the so-called black Latinos and Native Americans, all right? The next, you ain't going to 2025 and shit like that. This kingdom is getting cut short, man, all right? As soon as that World War III pops off, man, hey, we're going to take you Edomites and put you right in slavery where you belong, man. All right? As soon as this World War III pops off and it's over, man. All right? And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased, man. And who's the king of Babylon, man? The king of Babylon is Esau, man. The Edomites, all right? They are the king of Babylon, okay? They run Babylon. They're the ones who are in the high seats in the government. They're the ones who make the rules and establish international law, man. It's these Edomites, these so-called white people, these devils, okay? That's the king of Babylon right now. That's why you see every time you read about Babylon, Edom is synonymous with Babylon. It's very clear who the Edomites are. It's very clear where Babylon is, man. Babylon is in America, all right? All right? The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. And who's the wicked? The Edomites, the so-called white people. All right, they're the wicked, man. They're the evil of the planet, man. All right, they're the reason why pollution is at an all-time high. Okay, they're the reason why homosexuality, transgenderism is at an all-time high, man. All right, because of their wicked rulership, and they're about to be brought down and put into slavery under the Israelites. Okay, there ain't gonna be no nation that's gonna come up and stick up for you, man. All right. You're not gonna have these gooks to stick up for you in that time, man. You're gonna have these Ishmaelites sticking up for you. That's not gonna happen, man. They're gonna be happy that you go down once you're down, man. All right. Let's continue. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth, man. So nobody's gonna stop you, man. No one's gonna stop the judgment, man. First of all, they ain't gonna be able to stop it. They ain't gonna have no power to do it. But no one's gonna want to stop it, man. Because they're gonna remember all the wickedness that you've done, man. Okay? And how you just oppressed the people and the nations. All right? Right? You think the Japanese forgot about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man? You think they forgot about that, man? That place is in complete destruction to this day, man. That place is nothing but, you have radiation flowing all through that place, all right? Kids being born with extra eyes and arms and all type of shit, okay? Why? Because these Edomites are cruel, man. They rule with the people with a continual stroke, all right? They had no mercy. So what do you think is going to happen when they're brought down, man? You think these other nations are going to actually want to try and stop that? No, man. All right? These other nations really have a grudge against you, man. Okay? So continue with that. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hinder it. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Alright, so the whole earth is gonna break forth into singing, man. They ain't gonna be sad that, oh no, the so-called white man's back. They're gonna break forth into singing, man. Alright? Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against us. And the trees are gonna rejoice, man. Alright? Saying what? Since you've been brought down, no feller, which means that a person who cuts down trees has not been brought down against us, man. Because guess what? We're going to be living harmoniously with nature, man, in that day. Okay? Ain't going to be, these Edomites, man, they're totally adverse to nature and life, man. Okay? So in that day, right, when the Israelites are ruling with a righteous rulership, we're going to be living harmoniously with nature, man, with the planet. Okay? Let's continue with that. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? All right, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee, man. All right, so that means hell is going to come to meet you, man. And these other nations are going to be looking down on you in that time. Okay, and that's the time that's coming, man. All right, these nations are going to be looking down on you. And that fits in with what? Obadiah, man. That fits right in with Obadiah, man. Okay? Because you Edomites, man, you're about to... these nations are already starting to look down on you, but it's going to be at a higher level, man. Okay? The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord, power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is set among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Okay, and that's happening now, man. All right, these so-called white people are beginning to be despised by these other nations. All right, they're starting to hate these devils, man. and realize that they're the problem in the planet, man. All right? That's what they're starting to realize, okay? And guess what? It's just going to intensify, man. All right? Because they see how you go into their lands and you force them to take certain loans and give them interest that it's impossible to pay back. And then you go and steal their natural resources. So they see what's going on, man. They see how you devils operate, man. All right? And how you can't be satisfied. You have everything, but you still want to keep taking, man. That's why you're up in Syria. What do you think they're in Syria for, man? They want to continue to take the pipeline. They want to take that pipeline. You have these Rothschilds setting that up, and these different families setting that up, right? The elite families setting that up to go in there and take that oil when they're already worth hundreds of trillions of dollars, man. How much more money you need, man? How much more money do you need? Okay? But that goes into what? Habakkuk, the second chapter. So I have to get that, right? Shows you how these Edomites, they're never satisfied, okay? They always take, and they're never satisfied, okay? Let me continue with this, man. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation? All right? And Lucifer is really going into the elites, man. All right? The word Lucifer, it has nothing to do with the spiritual demon Satan, man. All right? Because that's what people think. They think that Lucifer and Satan are synonymous. It has nothing to do with that. All right? Lucifer means light bearer, man. Okay? Like the Illuminati, that's really a code word for Lucifer. All right? Enlightened ones. All right? So it's basically a proverb against these elites saying, wait a minute, didn't you have the light? All right? How are you brought down to the ground? Okay? That's basically what it's basically a proverb, man. A taunting proverb. Let me read that again. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? All right? So the person who weakened the nations was these Edomites, man. They went to these different nations.